let's talk Haikyuu. And honestly, from the title, you can tell that I like it. It's a 10 out of 10. In my opinion, I have read it. I have watched it multiple times. If I've ever would say I'm an expert in any kind of show, manga, book, whatever it is, it'll probably be Haikyuu. And I never really played volleyball. So it's not for that reason. It wasn't even one of the first animes I watched. It was this random one that I stumbled across when I was in high school, and I gave it a try because the main character had red hair and seemed interesting, just being honest. And it was amazing. Things I just really liked about it that made me follow it and eventually buy all of the manga, read it because I had to know how it ended, was it's super realistic. You know, it was made to bring more popularity into just the sport of volleyball in Japan, so that's really cool. Second, it's really inspiring. I think no matter what character you see in this image that you're seeing right now, any one of them can be a very accurate picturement of who you could be in this team, right? And you don't have to be one of the two main characters. All of these guys are really cool. They're good in their own right, and a lot of people can just find themselves in one of these characters, even if it's not just one-to-one. But those things are very artistic, in my opinion. They don't really make up what is popular. They make up what something is good. What makes this popular is the games, and are so fun. They're exciting. They're some of the best games ever, and they just put them in. They flow really well. The plot and the skill building throughout the whole show is super cool, and it just paces so, in my opinion, as an athlete, when I watch it, it's so realistic. And so I'm going to do a season to season, movie to movie breakdown in the timeline. So if you don't want spoilers, I will warn you when I go to the next thing, but definitely watch it. It's really cool. Even if you know what happens, the games themselves are amazing. So, season 1. The team is forming. They're learning how to play with each other, and every time they learn how to play with each other, they add another member of what the team will be, and it's really cool. Now, with that being said, they face so many challenges, and these games kind of go by a little quicker, generally, but they experience their first big loss, and that sets up for season 2. And season 1's the slowest. I will say that. So if you watch season 1 and you're like, wow, that was good, but I want something more, then keep going, because every season it just increases exponentially. It's really good. Now let's talk about season 2. So, fair warning. Season 2, they are coming back for the next tournament. The seniors decide to stay and try to make the dream run, and they have to fight against their arch nemesis, which, you know, big spoiler, they end up winning at the very end, overcoming Mad Dog, which is just hilarious. And this is a big moment, but it's not even the final game. They have to defeat one more opponent before going off to finals. Oh man, it's tough. So let's talk about season 3, because I'm quick firing this, right? That, like, I feel like that's what's really good about sports anime, is there's not going to be big reveals. It's more about just watching and enjoying it. So season 3, in my opinion, it is one of the best games, best seasons. It's only 10 episodes. They've literally made it they made it the way they wanted. They didn't expand more than they needed. It is just good, fun television, anime, whatever you want to call it, and it is amazing. I always tell everyone, you get to season 3, you're hooked, because when you just watch that game alone, it is incredible. Everyone on the team is just surging like you've never seen before. It's amazing. Season 4. It kind of resets the season. I will say that. And it put me off at first, but when you get to the final game, it's so worth it. The final game, in my opinion, is so realistic looking back at like how an athlete would look back at their career, where you would probably look at this team and you would say, we got lucky. Like things went our way. When you look back at a game like season 3 was, you would just remember like, oh yeah, we destroyed them. We figured them out. But not season 4. Season 4, they really changed how that game was played. And it just felt like you had to pick your battles. Things worked out. And you just had to really hope for the best. This was a dominant team. And it might not have been the most exciting game. Oh man. It's top 2 for sure. It's in clear second place. I just don't know if I would put it number 1 because of how slow the season is. But the game itself, it's top tier for sure. And it will leave your jaw dropping the whole time. Just the crap that happens, the stuff that happens, just trying to think about what they're doing, how they even make sense. And it's good. It's fun. Now, this is where we're going to change. And let me just say this right now. I hate that they went to movies because I think the season format works better. It's more open-ended. At this point, when they said they were doing it 2 movies, I read the manga immediately after, and I don't know how they're going to do it. I've watched movie 1, which was the battle of the dumpster battle, and it was just this. It was just this, going back to season 3 roots, just the game, nothing extra, and that's it. And I don't know what they're going to do in movie 2, but movie 1 was what you would basically see in the manga, minus a little bit stuff, a lot of, it's definitely a lot of salt, right? It just adds a little bit here, adds a little bit there, but the core of the game and all the importance and all the important developments are there. And I think it's fun for watching, but I definitely would recommend reading it, especially this point on. Reading it is just a lot better than this movie format. That's what I've seen here. It's on Crunchyroll for free, so it's definitely, you can still continue. You'll still watch it. It's one of the best developments. Now, movie 2. Movie 2, this is pure spoilers, so if you don't want to know anything about what's going on, because I'm about to drop a whole lot of crap, movie 2 is for sure going to show what happens after Nationals. Now, just in case people come in and they don't know what happens, I don't want to spoil the rest of the show, even if they're still watching. But I think they will show what happens after Nationals, and that's really where I'm concerned in terms of how they're going to flow the plot and just the general storyline, because the game alone is heart-wrenching. But then you look at the development for their second and third year, and even that is, in the manga they blew through it, and I'm just interested in how they're going to transition that to his post-school life, because what he did abroad was really fun, but then when he came back, that was pretty pivotal. I don't think we need to see that game, but I really want to see, him back in Japan. I want to see him overseas. I want to see him in Japan. I want to see him back overseas. I want to see him in the Olympics. Like, those are the 4 things that I want to see, plus Nationals. Because if it doesn't have that, it's just incomplete. It doesn't tell the full story. And based on the first movie being only an hour and a half, my concern is this going to be a 2.5 hour movie? Because you might need it to be that long, or else it's just going to be so quick, so fast that it won't feel too good watching it. But let me know what you think, what you like about it. If you're a Haikyuu fan, if you watch this video and you thought, man, maybe I should give it a try, or whatever it is, please comment in the section below. I love having conversations. Talk to you guys later. And some girls apparently looked at my analytics. That was crazy. Bye.